And welcome back, everyone, to the Uhfgood Show, where I, your host, Uhfgood, am probably doing badly explaining Blender. And I'm trying to create a game, but right now I got to do some learning, and so I'm using this. I'm partly using the Blender 3D Noob to Pro because it's in text and it's actually from Blender themselves, and so they're not going to have a problem with me using their tutorial. If it was a video, it'd be a little bit different, but even then, if it's from blender.org, I don't think they would mind, and I probably don't need permission, just as long as I link back to them. But we're going through this, and then the other part is I'm going to try to convert to 2.8 when we actually get into the tutorials part, and I'm going to use that as kind of a little bit of a learning resource. It means that some things that I don't know how to do is a little bit vague and it's a little bit hard to figure out. I have to go online, figure it out, come back, mess with it, and hopefully I'll learn something. Hopefully you'll learn something. Hopefully you'll continue watching. Hopefully you'll be watching in the future. And hopefully I will just shut up now and go to the actual book. Window headers. Did you find all 5 headers? Can I... There we go. See right there? The green, the white, the blue, properties. The, see where it says object mode? That's actually, of course, like up in here somewhere now. I have a feeling that if you wanted, maybe except with the exception of these tabs, you could actually literally fix it to where it's almost identical to like the latest like 2.79. But in any case, this is the old interface, and we'll see about the new interface here in just a sec. Okay, so let's go down. It does that whenever I do the scroll thing. Actually, I should probably next time open a new tab. If you click with the right, okay, so the header info of the info window is outlined in green. This is supposedly the header for the info window. Now, is it the same thing? It is kind of the same thing, but now, let's see. What do they have here? We have scene. Here, let's go back over here. And, okay. So, default, I don't know what that default's about because default's not in here. Default is not in here at all, interestingly enough, which is fine, but I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. We have scene, which is what this is here, and I guess you can change that or something. I don't know. I actually don't know what that is. Browse scene to be linked. I see. Add new scene by typing new. View layer, view active workspace. The active workspace view layer is showing in the window. Huh. Add new view layer. Interesting. Add new workspace by duplicating the current one or appending one from the user configuration. Okay. So, let's go back over here. Header of the 3D view window is outlined in red. No, it runs along the bottom. Okay. The red part is down here where it has view, select object, object mode. It's got this stuff like the point, the center point thingy. It looks like it's got some other kinds of tools, the things with the layers, pinning. I'm not sure what those are because I don't know the old one that well. Oh. Let's go in here. So we have all of this stuff actually right up here in the main space here. See, global, the snapping. What is this? Fall off type for proportional editing mode. Pivot point. Something to do with collections. Object types visibility. I see. Overlays. Gizmo. And this is like new stuff for 2.8, right? Navigate, active object, active tools, grid, axes. I see. Interesting. 3D cursor. You can tell it not to show it. Text info. Annotations, which I don't know what those are. Extras. Bones. Anyways, this is all extra stuff that they put on here. This is that little gizmo thing that allows you to rotate. And then this supposedly allows you to turn to different like viewpoints. But then when I go back here, and the only reason that the grid is disappearing, as I said before, is because it's some sort of quirk with this 2.8 beta, where somehow the distance, like the view distance or whatever, is here. Let me show you. If I pull this out, and where is the focal length and everything? Okay, clip start and clip in. So if I here, let's put something big like 10,000. That? No. Okay, what about 100? Nope, I guess I didn't. Let's do something here. There's something about actually doing this that caused the grid to disappear, at least in perspective mode. I don't know, maybe it's something to do with this. Yeah, there we go. Clip start and clip end, see? And I'm not sure why it doesn't. I'm not sure if it's supposed to change or if it's supposed to be the same and it's just supposed to work. See, when I do this, it's like gone, right? So if I do this and I turn it back down, see? Then it suddenly pops back in. You notice there? And that's some sort of just weird quirk with this earlier version of Blender 2.8. I'm sure it's probably, or I'm not sure, but it's probably going to be fixed. I'm assuming when it's released. In fact, it may already be fixed right now. Okay, so let's go on back to this. Okay, so all this stuff. There's a thing about the layers. What about the layers? I don't remember. I don't even know how to use layers. I mean, I'm looking at they have a thing called collections, which is like layers now or something, but they still have the old layers and some sort of weird thing. Anyways, the header of the properties window is outlined in blue. That's this thing. Whoop! I don't want to do that. Anyways, that's this guy here, properties, and you can switch any of the window types. You notice the little arrows here? Well, this still has them. It's a little slightly different, but you can open the different editor types in there. And anyways, the properties tabs are all down the side. Okay, so and then the header of the outliner window is outlined in white. And it's pretty much the same as the outliner in the old one. The timeline window is one on the bottom not outlined. I think this is the header of the timeline window right here. I believe that this is it. This is actually that. So this is the timeline here. Yeah, I'm correct. Pan view, transform, select keyframes, change frame. If you notice, it's changing. I'm not sure, is that came with Blender? Anyways, left click, select or deselect all. I don't know. Select or deselect all. Box select, rotate view, middle, mouse button. Call menus, that one. Okay. Click the right mouse button on the header. A menu pops up that lets you move the header to the top if it's at the bottom, or vice versa. Maximize the window and to fill the entire workspace. So let's see how that works. Header, collapse menus. Oh, interesting. That's just a little different the way it works. Let's turn collapse menus off. See? Toggle header, flip to bottom. Flip to top. And you do nothing here at the very bottom. That's just an the info window thingy, info bar. Okay. So we're about ready to be done here. To hide the header completely, move the mouse to the edge of the header, furthest from the edge of the window, i.e. the top edge of the header if it is at the bottom of the window, or vice versa. And we'll change the vertical double-headed arrow. Now click with the left mouse button and drag towards the window edge, and the header will disappear. In its place, you'll see following symbol, corner of the window, plus. Huh. Furthest from the edge of the window. Oh, that didn't do what I expected to do. Let's see if I can do something here. No, because that actually adds a new window here. And by the way, I believe if you click in here, it will rejoin your windows back. Anyways, it's a little bit different. I don't know how to remove the header, I guess. I don't know if you can do it now. You might be able to. But in the next video, we'll go into this Windows types, and we will see the different types of windows, and maybe even more indifferent than what we're just looking at. So join me then, and I'll see you in a bit.